Bitcoin, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. And as we can see, we get a very good move. And if you refer to my last analysis, we mentioned we're looking to see the breakout of this correction. That's why we come up with the 53 and 54K. And I mentioned we want to see the breakout of this one. Mostly it's because of the news. And the way it's moving is really sharp. To look for the trade, the only way was to look for trade based on lower time frame trade setup. I mean, either 15 or 5 minute. Okay. Anyway, this is what we have been looking for, and it moved really sharp and even faster than what we expected. Anyway, if we refer to my analysis, to make it very simple, since the price was within here, we have been looking for buy. We have been looking for 36, 42, 48, 600. And after that, I mentioned I'm looking to see the breakout of the 43, 53 and 54. All right. At this point, then we are expecting the continuation and the breakout, or at least the price tag all-time high. Unless because of the news, we see the different. Technically, we're looking for continuation. We can expect the correction, but we're looking for the continuation. Anyway, no one is what's the next based on that's mean we are not looking for the reversal. We're looking for the continuation. The only thing is we can expect the correction technically unless we see the some news. All right. Anyway, based on monthly chart, we didn't have anything. And if we move to weekly chart, even we don't see the divergence. We don't need to really care about this one. All right. And if we refer to our analysis, since I mean, after we get this top, the price tag somewhere around the 70K, 69 plus. All right. Since 2022, the times we get this drop, I come up with this expanding flat. We have all this information since 2022. All right. Since we get this top, that's why when the price was here, we come up with all these lines, and I mentioned I'm looking for the reversal. That's why we come up with all these things, 36, 42, and 48, 600. Okay. Since the price broke the full 54K, no, technically, we can expect the price retest or tag all-time high. Then from there, if there is a breakout, we can estimate how high it can go. But after this, we want to see whether the price can break the 60 or not. But it's not really that's mean we are expecting for the continuation. What I want to see is that the possibility for this one to turn to a really complex correction is very less, unless we see the some news. Okay. Anyway, now what I want to say is that we have been looking for buy since the price was within here. And for those traders, they get the trade for buy if they're trading or they're holding. At this point, they should know how to manage it. Because buying at this top, as long as the price haven't break the 70K, we need to be really careful. It doesn't mean we cannot look for buy. We can look for buy based on lower time frame. Okay. But this is where we have been looking for buy. But now the question is the next deep correction. Okay. At this point, we cannot refer when we can expect to see the correction. Maybe the next correction will be after the breakout of the 70. That's why I mentioned if we prefer to see the deep correction before the price break 48,600, but we didn't get. Okay. Now, can we put this one relative to what we had here? We cannot conform with that. To make it very simple, I'm looking for continuation. That's why if I get any opportunity for buy based on lower time frame as a flag, I consider as a short-term trade for buy, and we don't see the divergence. Based on daily chart, we have a divergence, but we don't need to really care about that because still we see is moving very strong. All right. And the only thing is, based on daily charts, simply we could look at this one, put this one in relative what we had here as the internal flat, as a 1, 2, 3, as a long running flat. All right. And the only thing is we want to see this one can break this top or not. Okay. Because if the divergence disappeared, then we can see the continuation and we can expect the price tag all time high. But at this point, we don't need to refer to this information. The only thing is any trade, we should know how to manage it. And we want to see whether the price can break the 60 at this point. Rather than that, we are not looking for any resistance. And if I move to forward chart, I don't see any trade setup at this point to look for the trade setup. The only thing is we can look for flag, and mostly we have to look for 1 hour or 15 minutes. and we have been looking to see the breakout of this zone. The price could break. Okay, can we expect the next drop if there is any use? Yes, but technically we don't need to really care about that. Yes, based on daily chart and forward chart, we have a divergence. How about the next indicator? Yes, we have a divergence, but at this point, for me personally, I don't care about the divergence. If we get a correction, either based on for 1 hour, then we can consider about that, because if there is a continuation, we can expect these things will disappear. The only thing is whoever get the trade for buy within this correction, anywhere between this zone, they should know how to manage it, book some profit. Okay, because the way it moves very sharp. If there is a reversal, also can be really sharp. And as I mentioned, I don't see any trade setup. The only thing says we can expect to see the flag either based on 15 or 1 hour chart. Then to look for buy, we can look for buy. The only thing is if I move to weekly chart, and as I mentioned, as long as the price haven't break the 70, the range between the 55 and 70, any trade we should be quite careful. It doesn't mean the price can, because it depends on the strategy that traders they are using. But the best things was to look for buy within this range. After this, we can look for trade. The only thing says whether the price can break this top or not and which time frame we are using. Anyway, we're looking for continuation, and the market is moving very good as what we expected. Now the question is whether the price can retest the all-time high or not. Rather than that, at this point, I don't see any information. I don't, and as I mentioned at this time, at this point, I am not really caring about the divergence. And to look for buy, we can look for flag. Again, whoever get the trade for buy, either within this correction or either from here, they should book some profit, because if this is because of only news, the next reversal, we can expect the price drop quite sharp, right? That means we should know how to book our profit. If there is a flag, then from there we can look for the next trade. But at this point, I don't see any trade setup unless traders they trade based on lower time frame. And at this point, I cannot give much information. The only thing is we want to see whether we can look for continuation and whether the price can break the 60K. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I come with any information and the new information or update, then I will share. Thanks.